Stealing signals, huh? Stealing signals. Let's get into the bullshit. For the second time this season, the NCAA has an investigation open against the Michigan Wolverines. Go fucking figure. Fucking bullshit. Stealing signs, stealing signals, whatever. Before I go on into what they don't have, let me give you a little story. Go back into my history, my life. I was a good athlete at one time in my life. When I was playing high school varsity basketball, we would watch film. And when we watched film, what do you think we were looking for? Any tells of what you were going to do. It's basketball. It's way different than football. There's not that many plays that no one knows. It's all about when you run them and how you run them. So you would know the play, but you wouldn't know until you in game what signal or whatever anybody was using, 1, 2, whatever. You wouldn't know until they did the signal what play was coming. And then you kind of like, if you paid attention like I did, you kind of like figure, oh, okay, they're calling out this color. That means this. Or they doing that. They putting his hands up with 1 finger, 2 fingers. You know, it was just like, you start to figure it out over time. In football, it's a lot going on the sideline. It's a lot. You got guys with fake cards. One dude sitting next to the guy doing all type of weird shit, trying to confuse people whether signals are not being stolen. But everybody watches game tape and film, and they have someone in game recording the game anyway. So, you know, people are watching regardless. They're going to be watching. So according to the NCAA, Michigan has a young man who they just suspended, by the way, with pay. I don't know how that's a suspension, but whatever. That lets you know that lets you know right there. And we're gonna get you a slap on the wrist. There's whatever. Supposedly he was at a games recording, scouting or whatever. Michigan opponents. And according to the NCAA, which none of their rules make any sense, you can't do that if you are not, if that's not your next upcoming opponent or something weird like that, which is stupid, but whatever. And you can't record anything video wise. So what they're saying is that he supposedly was recording something. I don't know, because they didn't say they had any evidence of recordings. If they did, don't you think people would have said that? What they supposedly told programs in the Big Ten is that, hey, they know your signals. I don't know how you tell every team in the Big Ten that Michigan knows your signals. Like, I know you didn't sit there and go into a lab full of tapes like he's the Dr. Evil and watch all this film and go, hey guys, he has film on all of you guys. Michigan has all you guys' signals. Be careful. Like, shut the bullshit up. Okay? Again, it's not illegal to steal signals. It's illegal to send people to games, in games, to record signal stealing. You know what I'm saying? Record the games and get the signal. You know what I mean? So they're accusing a Michigan staffer of that. First off, the first question that comes to mind is, why in the fuck, or how in the fuck would anybody know who the Michigan staffer is at an opponent's game scouting? unless he's sitting there with a Michigan hat on, a hoodie, how would you fucking know who this is? Better yet, why are y'all following this guy? Does anybody ever ask that question? Like, why was he being followed to the point where you had to stop him and ask him for his computer? First fucking all, NCAA, you are not the federal government. In fact, you guys are afraid of the federal government. You got SEC schools threatening to sue you over shit, and you guys stop the proceedings because you know you're not nothing. Your entity is not shit. It's going away. That's what's going to happen here. The NCAA is about to go away. And they're just fishing for something. They're fishing for something Jim Harbaugh related. So, I said it before. During the before the season started with the 3 games, somebody wants him badly. It's so weird. So fucking weird. But hey, you asked for a computer. You don't have the authority to subpoena anybody. All you're going by is hearsay. So if he didn't give you the computer, just like Jim Harbaugh supposedly didn't admit, well, let me take that back. Supposedly wasn't forthcoming because you felt like he wasn't. So if this young man didn't give you his computer, what would have been the story? Oh, he has something on his computer. He's guilty. No, I know the law. I would have fucking give you something I don't have to. See, that's the problem. He shouldn't have given them motherfuckers shit. Flat out. I wouldn't give y'all shit. Come holler at me. Bring your lawyers. I have mine. I'm the University of Michigan. We can go to court all day. All day. Or this stupid ass shit that everybody, especially the South, is doing. I want to know where the NCAA resides. I bet you it's somewhere down south. I guarantee it. But anyways, so this has just got me to think. I was listening to the radio this morning. My guy said, shout out to Sam Webb inside, the Michigan Insider. And like him, I started thinking, who would have blown the whistle? Now, from what I read yesterday, I heard it was Graciano, the head coach of Rutgers. But then I started thinking about it. Why does Michigan have to cheat to beat Rutgers? They are Rutgers. Okay. So I started thinking again, who have we played that's whistleblowing to the NCAA? Oh, and it didn't just happen this season, too. By the way, this wasn't an in-season thing. This has happened supposedly last few years, whatever. People felt like this for a few years, but didn't know how to say anything. Odd. Who else have we played? We played Nebraska. I don't think he'll complain. Their team's not as good. We played Bowling Green, East Carolina. Why would we need to steal signals from these teams? Okay. Oh, wait. There's a team down south. Scarlet and Gray reside in Columbus, Ohio. Their head coach was a few years ago. He accused another program in Clemson, which they were, stealing the signals. Which they were, again. This sounds like some sort of behavioral thing you have going on. Like you want to let people know that the only way that you can lose is from other people cheating. But Mike, you might be wrong. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But then I started thinking about things he said when he went off on Lou Holtz. Oh, we had one bad half of football in the last 2 seasons. I believe Michigan beat you twice in the last 2 seasons, but you only had one bad half. Let me think about that again. You failed to score a touchdown in the second half of the last 2 ball games against Michigan. But you had one bad half in 2 seasons. So if I'm look at me, if I'm reading between the lines, what you're basically saying is that, oh, my team played one bad half. Something else had to occur in another half for us to go down. I'm not gonna go there. I'm gonna leave that alone. But then I hear that the story actually broke on the Ohio State website. Offense. Well, why would the Ohio State Buckeyes be the one to break a story about the University of Michigan? Why would that be the focus of a story? If you know that your university was already suspecting this, that's why it'll break on Ohio State Buckeyes site. Because you feel like something wasn't right. Then you got an idiot on Detroit radio show talking about it just seemed like Michigan had the right play called for Ohio State. It just was just odd. Ohio State couldn't stop a fucking running back with one hand. Our backup, because our starter, who should have won the Heisman Trophy, was hurt. You kidding me? Play fucking defense better. Soft ass Buckeyes. Oh, they had to lose to TCU because they didn't think TCU would make the playoffs, so they didn't go scout TCU. That says why they lost that game. We played a bad game is what. Give them some fucking credit. We played a bad game and still fucking got cheated. Stealing signals. So when Michigan finally woke up against TCU in that second half, and they finally woke up and was going down the field, was that because they found a way to steal the signals? With all those people, the whole world watching this college football playoffs, only 4 teams playing, they illegally stole signals in the first half of that game. Come on, man, like some of this is just on that same Detroit radio show. I was very, very impressed with one of the co-hosts saying, "Look, this is a personal vendetta." Because it is. I don't agree with most things Colin Cowherd says on his show, The Herd, but he said something yesterday that was very, very profound to me. And he said, "This seems oddly like Pete Carroll at USC." They started coming down hard on Pete about a bunch of shit. Just a bunch of shit. And eventually Pete said, "You know what? I am sick of this shit. I'm going to the NFL. If I got to deal with a bunch of bullshit every turn, then why not just go somewhere where I don't got to deal with it?" I wouldn't be shocked if that's what Jim Harbaugh is thinking, who's supposed to sign his contract before the end of this month, supposedly. I wouldn't be surprised if he's sitting there like, why would I keep signing up? Why would I sign another extension to deal with this shit? Because it's very obvious that this is a witch hunt. That right now, They are pissed at him for telling him, for him telling them to kiss his ass. The first investigation, and they are just searching. They are searching for whatever they can find, whatever they can grasp at. They are searching. They are searching. They are searching. Evidence-wise, if you had evidence, I think Jim Harbaugh yesterday would have been suspended indefinitely. If you had evidence. If it was that bad, he would have been suspended indefinitely yesterday. For everything I'm hearing, the NCAA hopes this dies down because they didn't think that it was going to go the way it went. But oh, wait! The second time this year during an investigation, the NCAA happens to leak information about an investigation. Do you not understand how investigations go? You are not supposed to speak during an open investigation. How do they keep doing this? You mean to tell me that the NCAA does not know this? You mean to tell me that the NCAA doesn't know this? Listen, man. And all the Michigan State, we were going to cancel the game, the safety of our players. Shut the fuck up. We got an ass whooping coming tomorrow night. I hope we score 80 on you sons of bitches. And then those fucking scarlet and gray hoes. Ryan, I'm not going to say anything too vulgar like I really want to, but Ryan Day, your ass whooping is coming too at the end of November. You think these players ain't hearing this shit or knowing what they got plugged? You think they don't know where this shit came from? Oh boy. You can't run, you can't hide because your ass got to come to Ann Arbor this time. Fully loaded. With the best team in the country. I don't give a fuck what the rankings say. The best team in the country. Gonna beat the skin off you motherfuckers. Michigan football versus everybody. Stealing signals, my ass. Watch all these blowouts we give all these teams the rest of the year. Stop that. Steal them signals, motherfucker. Peace.